Haven't subscribed yet? Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get instantly notified from the updates of Being Civil, a complete civil engineering tutorial channel. Happy learning!
Welcome to Being Civil. In this tutorial series, we will be covering the Staad.Pro basic from model generation to assigning property to a structure to applying load on your structure and post-processing and designing your structure. In this first video, we will learn an overview of the graphical interface of Staad, how to create geometry. Here we will create a geometry of a tower-like structure using the graphical method, and how to edit, view your structure for different angles. So let's go into the Staad. When you open Staad, you will see this first page. In the project tab, there is new project, open project commonly for other softwares also. This is the recent files. This is the help topics, Staad news. It is unavailable due to my internet is not connected, and it is a license configuration. Which codes of you have the license to design. Click on new project. You see this is the space, plane, float, truss are the structure types. Space means it is a three-dimension structure. Plane is a 2D structure, floor, truss, you know all these. This is the file name and file location. Let us name our file as tower. This is the length units meter, and kilonewton is the force units. So this is okay, and hit next. You see there is several options: add beam, add plate, add solid, open Staad editor. This means what you want to do. I want to do some geometry using the adding beams, so go to the add beam, and it is an open Staad editor. Staad has a powerful editor where you can write your text, and the Staad model will be created using that text that is inbuilt, that is Staad language. So just for now I am clicking add beam and finish. You see this is a default grid, linear grid of Staad, 1 meter away in the x direction and 1 meter away in the y direction, in the xy plane. Just see at the bottom left corner, this is the axis system of Staad. If you want to create your own grid, so we click on create. You see there are three types of default grid: linear, radial, irregular. Linear means it is a line structure. Radial means in where you want to do a cylinder like structure, dome like structure, then you have to choose radial. I will do a video later on, so just for now I am clicking the linear. You can create your own grid here. Let us write the grid name. Which plane you want to create the grid origin, and the construction lines. You see these construction lines are 1 meter away and up to 10 meter. I'm clicking, let us 15, y15, the default It's 3 meter, 3 meter, and okay, you got your grid. But for now, let us go to the default grid. You see this cross symbol, it is the snap node beam. Where you want click, a node will be created and also a beam. Staad.Pro models are made of two elements, that is one node and one beam. Nodes are the end points of the beam. So one beam have one node at the start and one node at the end. Let us click on a point. I want to make a tower like structure. A 3 meter width. So I have ended with one face of the structure. So to get rid of this heat escape, you can now stop showing this grid by clicking this. So this is your one face of the beam. You see, this is when you place your mouse on the beams, you see three colors. One is green, red, and blue. The green means it is the start of your beam, and blue means it is the end of your beam. You must be very careful for the start and end node of a beam, because any distance always start from the start node. You see the here the start node is different. As you click on this node first and go in this direction, so the start node is in the up direction. This is the modeling part. Here first goes the setup. Here you can add the job information, job name, engineer, checker, approved name. Then come to the geometry, where you can add the members. In the general, you can add the members sections. In analysis, you will do the analysis, and in design. So this is the following steps of a job in structure. We are in now geometry. I want to add beams between these 2 points. Go to geometry, add beam point to point. You can get this shortcut button here. Click on this and click the two nodes from which you want to start the beam and from where you want to end that beam. I have created the beams. You see, these are the different cursors. It is beam cursor. When you select this, only the beam will be selected. At the top, it is a node cursor. You see, the only nodes will be selected in this window. All the beams and nodes have their own number. You see, when you hover mouse over these, you see its number. Also you can see at the top, also you can see at the right table of Excel. How to see all the beams and node numbers? So click on this icon, it is a symbols and levels, or you can right click levels. You see these node numbers are off, that's why you can't see. I am clicking this on and click OK. You see the beam numbers and the node numbers are displayed. You see all the uh, options there is letter in the bracket. It means it is a shortcut. If you hold down shift and click this letter, these options will be toggled. For node number, I am pressing shift in. You see the node numbers are toggling. For beam number, it is B. The beam numbers are going off and on. So let us now of these numbers. Now I want to create the other face of the tower. It will be same as this face, but at some distance in the z direction away, but some distance away in the z direction. I am selecting this. There is option that is translational repeat. It is same things repeating at a certain distance in a certain direction. Click on this translational repeat. It is showing the direction. In our case it is z direction. Number of steps, I want only one step. One. What is the spacing? I want two square structure, the spacing will be 3 meter. And you know the this other face of the structure of the tower will be linked with the previous face of the structure by a beam. So for these the option is link steps. And in a general structure there should not be any beam at the base in this direction. So for this reason you can click this option open base. If this open base is on, then the bottom nodes will not be linked with beam. Let's hit OK. You see a tower like structure is done. You can view it from different angle. You see this view from plus z, view from minus z, view from plus, view from minus x, plus x, top view, bottom view, and it is isometric view. You can rotate it by using this icon, rotate left, or you can use your arrow key in your keyboard to see the tower from different angles. Now I want to add some bracing member in the tower face. For this reason I have to select this face, this face. For selecting purpose, this view gets a very useful need. I want to select this face. Oh, get a top view and select this. You see this the face is selected. Now you want to see only this selected, so go to view and click view selected objects only. I now want to see from plus Z. So this is your face. You want to add bracing like this. For this reason, you have to create a node at the midpoint. And also in this beam, I want to create a midpoint. I have selected these two beams and click this point. Here insert nodes by distance. You can enter the distance, and after the distance from the start node of the beam, the node will be created. You can create a node by proportion at midpoint and at endpoint. Endpoint means if you want to divide a beam, into three parts, then add 2 points, that is add n equal to 2. We are now adding at the midpoint. Click OK. You see at midpoint the node is created. Now I want to add beam like this. Selecting the nodes. So I have created the bracing in one phase. Let us go to the isometric view, but you are unable to see the whole structure. You either go to view and this click this, and this will show the full structure, or create or press this icon, display the whole structure. So you got your structure. Now you want to add the same lacing in this face also. So I have to select this face, view selected objects only, go to the isometric view. I want to copy these beams to the other face. So I have to repeat only these selected members. So I have selected the members, hit translational repeat and Z direction. And what is this length? This length is 3. Go to the previous selection. Number of steps 1, default spacing 3, and you don't want to link the steps, so keep this off and hit OK. You see the other face, the bracings are created. If you want to add bracing on this other face also, do it by separating this view. Go to add beam. I have added the beam. I want to add node at the midpoint. So I have added the beam. Now I want to copy to the other face. Go to the whole structure view. Now I want to do the translational repeat. Spacing is 3 and the direction is now X direction. No link steps required, and hit OK. So you got your tower like structure. Go to the isometric view. So when you doing this geometry creation in a STAD editor, STAD writes its own languages. You just click on this STAD editor and you see the STAD have edited its editor using his own text. We will learn this text editor method also in the later on after completing the graphical interface. We'll go into this stat input editor also. So this is how to create a structured geometry using Staad.Pro. This is basic. In a later video I will do this following: assigning property to your model, giving specification to your geometry, and support types, how to assign support to your structure. Hope you like this video. Just click the subscribe button and stay connected with us. Happy learning. Have a nice day.